Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Ian, here in Beijing. I'm just walking around my neighbourhood, as you can see over there. But there's a lot of change happening in the neighbourhood, and I've been watching it. My apartment's a little bit higher where I live, but I look across onto this area, and I've been watching the change over the last few weeks because they've been knocking down a lot of the social housing here in this area. Now, the social housing, I think, has been here since the 80s. It was built maybe quite quickly to accommodate the influx of people coming to Beijing. And in this area here, in my neighbourhood, we had quite a lot of it just up here. But actually, it's all being knocked down. And I believe it's being replaced by more social housing, so low rent accommodation. I think there's a big change happening in Beijing around affordable rent. Some of these houses are being taken down, people are being relocated. I know there was another area over there which was more of a makeshift housing area. There was some houses there, and then they've just added to it and it became a little bit of a shanty town. And I think that's also been destroyed. I can see that when I look down. So yeah, it's all change here in Beijing in my neighbourhood, and that kind of sits with the video that I've just dropped recently, where I've got some friends now who are leaving Beijing. They've been in China for 8-10 years or so, a long time they've been in China, but they're now leaving. And I'm beginning to see people leave China, foreigners leave China, and I know a whole new flux of people coming back into China, or coming back to China, whether that be Europeans, Americans, seen a lot of Africans, Middle Eastern people. So yeah, there's a lot of change happening. So I just stop and show you the neighbourhood. As you can see, you probably maybe see the shops closed down there, and beside me, the houses have been destroyed, and they cover it with this green matting, I think, to make it look, or conceal it before they start to remove it. And I've seen the trucks coming in and removing it. So that's change for you. So as I was saying, get back to what I was saying. I've had a couple of friends now leave China, Alec and David. And I was talking to David the other day, and I was asking him, what are you going to miss when you leave China? And I think we narrowed it down to a couple of things. I kind of added one more. So there's 3 things we were discussing what you would miss a lot if you left China. So we kind of summarised it into 3 things. I think we agreed the first thing, one of the biggest things, was just the ease of life here in China and in Beijing. Might be different, obviously, because we are expats to a certain extent, but I'm not referencing that really. I'm just mostly talking about how easy it is to order food, get shopping delivered, pay for things. The metro's fantastic, high-speed train from city to city, so easy. Booking hotels is easy, ordering stuff delivered to your house. I mean, one time I ordered pizza, then it offered me a special deal for beer. The beer landed before the pizza, and that was in minutes. So you get the idea. It's very, very easy to have life here in China and also in Beijing, because things are just easy to buy, pay for, travel around, and that surprised a lot of people, I think, because people see, and I hear a lot of people ask me, when you get to China, how difficult is it to live your life? And it's not that difficult. It's relatively easy to get around and buy stuff and so on, once you get used to it and you get the hang of it. In fact, when it comes to paper money, I've not used paper money for years actually, and I know a friend who went back to the States, and someone asked if he would accept a cheque, and I thought, a cheque? People still use that? Anyway, life in China here is very easy to navigate and very convenient, and travelling and blah 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 blah, all the stuff that you expect involved with living a decent life is here, and it's easy, certainly here in Beijing. Second thing we discussed was safety, and that's my number one thing. I think the safety it's really hard to explain. I mean, you just get complacent with it. You walk around, no one bothers you. You go out for a beer, no one bothers you. You're out late at night, there's women walking about at night, the small hours of the morning, no one's bothering you. There's no gun violence, there's no knife violence. I mean, I dare say there is a little bit of it, but it's nothing like what you would get in the West. Certainly if you were out in a bar in the West and you're out and all of a sudden things kick off. And it's a frequent occurrence in the West, but here in China, it's just not one of these things that happen that often. And then the third thing we agreed was the food. When you get great food, no matter where you are in anywhere in the world, you can always get amazing food. But there's an abundance of great food here in China. There's an amazing selection. You can get practically anything that you're looking for. Selection is fantastic, and the flavours are just outstanding. And you get European, American, you name it, Asian, obviously, Chinese. You can get anything that you're looking for here, and it's always top notch. Just passing the cleaners here. So, yeah, this is my neighbourhood. It's all change. As I said, I've got a couple of friends leaving Beijing, and that's a little bit upsetting because, yeah, I'm going to miss the guys. You've probably seen the video I've just shared. But yeah, the video I've just shared, we managed to get out to the wall, into a ceramic factory where they bought some stuff, sent back in a container that's gone back to the UK. And then we went for some food and a beer, and kind of planning now to have our final farewells. So obviously I'll see the guys when I get back to the UK at some point, tripping over my feet here. But yeah, my life and my intention is to remain here in China and Asia, but things always change, as we know, and in China things move so fast, change so quickly that you have to get used to it. Anyway, this is the buildings here. You can see them. They're the same as the buildings they've been knocking down back there. You may have saw that behind me as I was walking. Anyway, as I said, all change here in my neighbourhood, all change with the friends leaving Beijing, and I'm quite sure new people, in fact I've seen a lot of new people coming back into Beijing, so life goes on. However, yeah, I made very strong bonds with many friends here in China and Beijing. However, but reflective at the moment, so I better call this a day before I get too weepy. Anyway, this is me, Ian, here in Beijing, saying to you, take care of yourself, your family and your community. Peace out.